everyone! Next on my basic wig tips, because I'm definitely not a wig expert, it's going to be how to put a wig into an updo, like a ponytail. Now, there are a few really common pitfalls here. First of all, you need to get your wig on a wig head which is roughly the same size as your actual head. A lot of particularly female wig heads tend to be about 20 to 21 inches circumference, whereas, for example, my head is actually about 23 inch circumference, so I'm more in line with a male wig head. Simple case of just measuring around the crown of the head, just checking, but yeah, if you go for a male wig head, they have to look quite bulbous, surprisingly, but they're actually more in line with real size. That's because when you're pulling a wig into a ponytail, it starts to compress the cap when you pull it tight. And if you do that on a wig head that's too small, you'll actually pull the cap too small to fit on your head. So get it on your appropriately sized wig head, and you'll want to make sure it's pinned at the top, and then go all around the net, pull it down to its kind of biggest natural shape, and pin it all the way around. Lift up the nape of the neck and pin in there as well. You'll need to make sure it's anchored all the way around, because again, otherwise pulling the ponytail in can kind of distort it. Then you want to get it free of tangles, wide tooth comb or wig brush, as always, and just get that run through really nicely. Now, if you've got a wig clamp, which lets you change the angle of your head, then get it tilted back slightly. If not, just go a bit slower on these steps. So what I do is first pull it into a rough, low ponytail coming from the nape of the neck, and then with your brush in one hand, start to just kind of pull it slightly higher up, and you're almost stroking the hair each time, just pulling it up, and then you'll see it starts to bag around here, so you want to just gently brush that into the general shape you're going for, and then pull it up again, and just work really slowly, always pulling your hands down along the ponytail because you don't want to get any tangling here. And when you think you're happy, just have a look around every angle. Make sure that you're definitely happy with the height of the ponytail, the fact that it's centred properly across the back of the head, or offset appropriately if you're going for a side ponytail. Make sure that your wig clamp doesn't fall off your desk. Thanks, wig clamp. And make sure that you're happy with how it looks at the top. Make sure that it's not too squiggly or too tangled. And really do just go as slowly as you need to pull it into shape. Then get a nice firm hold on it. And I prefer to use string elastic here, because if you try to use a hair tie or an elastic band, you're trying to pull the pony through repeatedly, and it can bring in some tangle. So I either use string elastic or cut an elastic band open. Wrap it round a couple of times, pulling it nice and tight, and then I'll tie that off, which is fiddly. There we go. And then I'll always wrap it around a couple more times, tie it off again, and then just repeat that, wrapping it round and tying it off until you're happy with how sturdy that feels. But I wouldn't recommend trimming the elastic until you've finished your styling. Now, excuse me, with a wig like this, you'll notice that it's had to bag a little at the nape here to keep that hair kind of going all in the right direction. That's fine, but it does show up where some of the smaller hairs are, because there are often shorter bits around here. All you need to do with that is just spritz them with your hairspray, and then get them with the hairdryer. Just go nice and close in, and you'll get them stuck up against the back, making it look a lot neater. And that is the basics. It's really just going slowly. You want to make sure that your wig is going to be big enough, you want to make sure you don't tangle anything. Be careful once you've done it to not tangle anything up top here, because obviously you can't brush this back down without it coming out of the ponytail. And if too much comes out of the ponytail, it's best to just redo the pony. So after you've got to this stage, you might want to spritz the top with hairspray to keep everything in place. Once you've got to this stage, of course, then the possibilities are kind of limitless. You can tie off again and trim it and do a blunted off pony to clip something else on, or you can style it however you want up there just to give it a bit more of a natural and reversible look, as I did for my Yennefer. So, best of luck with your wigs everyone, and see you next time!